All right, welcome back to Coffee Cafe. Where we last left off was we did successfully finish delivering to Super A Market, and we included the advanced payment, which was applied to the invoice, and we also updated our inventory. So here we are in the beginning of page 17. So now that we finished that section, we now need to deliver to Great Restaurant. Okay? So Great Restaurant, let's see what they ordered. It's the 27. Okay? So they ordered, let's see, they ordered 78 pounds of regular coffee and 75 of Supreme coffee. Okay? So that means we're going to be selling a lot here. Okay? So in this case, right, that's what they have here. We included the delivery charges. So grand total is $585.87. So in this case, right, we have an accounts payable. We have our sales of the regular coffee and Supreme coffee. So this is the transaction here that doesn't include the ceramic coffee mugs. Okay, so that means we're strictly only going to be copying only half of this journal, plus we are going to include this delivery income. Okay, so there you go. All right, description here. What did we do? We sold to Great Restaurant. Okay, Great Restaurant. Invoice number 108. Okay, we gave them terms of a 1% discount if they paid within 10 days. If not, the entire bill is due in 20. Okay, so let's see. Since we have this here, I'm going to go ahead and put my formula here to test my total debits equaling all of my credits here. Okay, so in this case, what was the price for the amount of regular coffee that we sold? So we sold 78 pounds of the regular coffee for $256.62. We sold the Supreme coffee, 75 pounds for $299.25. And last but not least, we charged a delivery fee to get us a grand total of $585.87. So yes, we match our scenario here. Our total debits do equal our total credits, so no typos there. Good. Now, of course, right, we now that we finished this journal, okay, we now need to update our ledger, okay, because now we have more money owed to us. So let's see. We have an accounts receivable. Here we are. Okay. It's the 27, and this is for invoice number 108. Okay. We are on page 17. Okay. And we increased our accounts receivable by $585.87. So that should increase your account to $2,560.42. Okay. Then we have to record our sales. So we have sold sales for our regular coffee. Okay. We sold 78 pounds. Okay. Which was a total of $256.62, which gave me an ending balance of $1,112.02. We also sold some Supreme coffee. We sold 75 pounds for a total of $299.25. Okay. Last but not least, we also charged him an additional charge for delivery. So here we are, delivery income for invoice number 108. Okay. And we charge an additional $30, giving us a grand total of $240. Okay, $240. Okay. So there we finished our journal. We finished our ledger. So now we have to also update our subsidiary ledger because now our customer, Great Restaurant, owes me money. Okay. So here we are, Great Restaurant. At the top of the window here, we have delivered the order. Okay. Invoice number 108. 17th, we gave them the same terms, right? 1%, 10, net 20. So that means in 10 days, which is July 7th, they are subject to if they pay within July 7th, they receive a 1% discount. If not, the entire bill is due July 17th. Okay, for a grand total of $585.87. So therefore, as of right now, Great Restaurant owes me a grand total of $1,141.92. Okay? So that's that transaction there. So let's see what is next. Okay? So we updated the journal, the ledger. We updated the customer's account, right? But the person who was responsible for delivering Great Restaurant was Mr. Albert Allen. So we need to fill out his sales order sheet here, right? Because order number 108 to Great Restaurant for the $585.87 was delivered. So in this case, right, when was it delivered? It was delivered on June 27th with the invoice number 108. So that means we get to collect commissions, okay, for Mr. Albert Allen. So he delivered to Great Restaurant with invoice number 108 for a grand total of $585.87. So here it automatically calculated for me 40% of that, and that gave me a grand total of $234.35. We're going to add these two numbers together. That means as of now, we owe Albert Allen a check for $786.30. Okay. All right, so let's keep on going. Okay, now that we updated the subsidiary ledger, gave Albert his commissions or calculated it. Now we need to update our inventory because we end up selling all of this inventory. So we need a cost of goods sold in order to update our inventory. So let's see, right? We sold to Great Restaurant, okay, with invoice number 108. Okay. So let's go into our inventory worksheet because we know exactly how many pounds of each coffee we sold. We sold 78 of the regular and we sold 75 of the Supreme. So let's go ahead and update my inventory. So, wow. So in this case, we only have 89 pounds left and we just sold 78 pounds. Okay. So 27, right? We sold 78 pounds of the regular coffee at $1.63.11.2, okay? Which is going to give me a grand total of $127.23. So it cost me a lot because we sold a lot, okay? So therefore, we need to adjust my inventory because I no longer have 89 pounds. I need to minus that out, so I have exactly 11 pounds remaining, okay? I also need to update this because I sold $127 worth of inventory, so I should now have $17.94 remaining in my regular coffee account. Okay. Only 11 pounds remaining, and we sold $127.23 worth of regular coffee. Okay. Now we're going to be moving on to our Supreme coffee here. So it's the 27. We end up selling 75 pounds. So let's take a look at our inventory. Oh, I only have 6 pounds left in this batch, so I have to be dipping into 2 batches of inventory. I'm going to sell my first 6, and then I'm going to take off the rest from the last batch of inventory that we have on hand right here. So in this case, I have to do a split cost here. But at least I know 6 of those pounds at $1.86 is going to be $11.16. So at least I know that much. Okay, so 6 pounds. So that means I need to figure out how many more I need to keep selling. In this case, I have to sell exactly 69 pounds to be able to reach a total of 75. Okay? Right, as I mentioned here, we have 6 pounds at $1.86, which should give me a grand total, okay, of $11.16. Okay, so that means I can go ahead and wipe this amount out. So I don't have any more there. Okay. So now I need to sell from this batch of inventory, which cost me $1.85. So I need to calculate 69 pounds at $1.85. Okay? And that's going to give me a grand total cost of $127.65. So therefore, adding these 2 pieces of inventory, right, got me a grand total, right, of 75 pounds, cost me a grand total of $138.81. Okay? So I need to update my inventory because I sold 69 pounds from this batch of inventory right here. I'm going to make a note here that it's $231.25. And let's see. 125 minus 69 pounds should give me a remainder of 56 pounds, giving me a grand total of $103.60. Let's go ahead and verify that because let's see, 127.65. Okay. 231.25 minus 127.65 gives you a total of 103.60. Okay, so that is correct. Okay, 103.60 is my leftover remaining in my Supreme coffee. So in grand total, I sold a total of $138.81 of my Supreme coffee. 13881. 13881. And then my regular coffee, I sold 127.23. Okay. And I sold to Great Restaurant with invoice number 108. So now I need to update my ledger so then my inventory worksheet, right, it matches my ledger. Starting with the cost of goods sold, okay, for my regular coffee, I sold 78 pounds. Okay. Still on this General Journal 17 for 127 and 23 cents. Okay. And that gave me a grand total of $995.56. Okay. Next, here I have my Supreme Coffee. I end up selling a total of 175 pounds at a grand total of 13881. Okay, $138.81. So that gave me a total cost of $1,043.65. So now I need to actually update my inventory accordingly. Okay. So here I am, regular coffee. I sold 78 pounds, okay, which was a total of 127.23, okay, and that should give me an account balance of $17.94, which does that match my inventory worksheet? Yes, it does. Okay. Here is my Supreme Coffee. I end up selling 75 pounds, okay, which gave me a total of 138.81. So that should reduce my account to $103.60, which I do recall to be correct. 103.60. Okay. So that means I am done with this transaction here. Okay. So let's see what happened next. Oh, we end up receiving our shipment of the coffees. Okay, so that means we were running low, but we end up getting the shipment later that day. So in this case, here it goes. We got the regular coffee, right? Invoice number 388. And then we have the freight right here. Okay. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and we just recently recorded this. It's right here. We got the regular coffee and the Supreme Coffee. And of course, I need to record the freight charges too for the regular and Supreme Coffee. Okay. And it's $6.27. So let's see. For the very first one, right, we got to change this because it's invoice number 388. Okay. And let's see what we bought here. We bought 125 pounds of coffee at $1.40, which gave us a total of $175. And then we bought 125 pounds of the Supreme Coffee at $164, which gave us a total of $205. So we should have a grand total of $380. Okay. We also have the freight here, right? Freight line, invoice number 699. Right? COD, so we got to go write a check. So in this case, check register. We're going to go ahead and utilize check number 1527 for $62.50. And it's to Freightline for the shipping cost for the coffee. Okay. So in this case, check number 1527 is going to be what we used here. Okay. And it was for the same amount, so $31.25 here and $31.25 there to get us a grand total of the $62.50. Okay. So now we updated our journal. We now need to post it to our ledger. Okay. Since the last thing that we left off was the inventory, let's start off with the regular coffee, right? We purchased 125 pounds and we also paid into shipping costs. We're still on General Journal 17. So in this case, we increased our inventory by $175 plus the $31.25. Okay. So therefore, our ending balance is going to be a total of $224.19. Okay. We also need to update our Supreme coffee here. Okay. We received 125 pounds of coffee and paid the shipping cost, right? And this one, we increased our Supreme account by $205 plus the shipping of $31.25. So therefore, we have a total ending balance of $339.85. Okay. And of course, we didn't make a payment yet. We're going to take advantage of the terms and pay later. So in this case, this was invoice number $388 and invoice number 388, and it was total for $380. Okay. Which increased my accounts payable to be $6,840.55. And we end up cutting another check to pay the COD for the delivery. Okay. So again, this case, check number 1527, which will decrease our account by another $62.50. So we now have $3,579.79 left remaining. Okay. So now that we updated our ledger, right, we now need to update our subsidiary ledger because now we owe Atlas Coffee more money, right? Because we received our coffee. Okay. So here you go, 2627 right? We received 125 pounds of regular coffee, 125 pounds of Supreme coffee. Invoice number 388, General Journal 17, right? We still get the same opportunity for a discount. So that means the last day we can pay to get that discount is July 12th. And if not, we are going to, the bill will be due on July 27th for $380. Okay, so we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 purchases of coffee, and none of them are being paid yet. Okay, well, the good thing is that they're all due in July. Okay, and of course, I also need to keep a track record of my freight line because I did pay them. So here, delivered 250 pounds of coffee. Check number 1527. The invoice was $6.99. General Journal 17, COD. It was billed out for $62.50, and we paid with the check $62.50, so we owe nothing. Okay, so now that we finished the ledger, right, in the subsidiary ledger, we now need to update our inventory because now we have new inventory. Okay. So starting with the regular coffee, it's the 27 here. And we purchased 125 pounds of the coffee for $1.40, which gave us $175 plus $31.25 of freight, gave me a grand total of $206.25. Okay. So that means when I add these two together, right, I no longer have 11 pounds. I now have 136 at a grand total cost of $224.19. I'm going to double check my my regular coffee account to see that's correct. So here's my regular coffee for $224.19. Okay, good. So that means when I recalculated my formula, it has now increased by 18, or in this case, 1 cent. Okay. So let's go ahead and enter in my Supreme coffee. Okay. So then my Supreme coffee, let's see, what did we do here? 627. We purchased 125 pounds at $1.64 is what gave us a 205. Plus the freight of $31.25 gave me a grand total of $236.25. So in this case, because I have to keep my batches separate, I calculated this to be $1.89. Okay, so now I need to add this new pile to the list, right? 125 pounds at $1.89, giving me a total of $236, giving me a grand total of $339.85. Which does that match? $339.85. Yes, it does match my ledger. Okay, so now we are completely done with this transaction. Okay. So then it says here, we also have to update our purchase orders, okay, because we end up receiving our inventory. So here you go, the coffee, okay. Okay, for 100, it was invoice number 388. Okay, since we're already here, right, we can go ahead and fill this in for the ceramic coffee mugs as well, since we have the invoice already open right here. Okay, so today is the 27th. And let's see, what was the invoice number for the ceramic coffee mugs? It is invoice number 202. Okay, so yes, we received our invoice for the $251. Yep, here for the ceramic coffee mugs. So in this case, we don't have any more purchase orders here on out. Okay, we received everything that we ordered. So going back to my journal, right, we end up receiving periodic inventory. So we just recently recorded that as well. Here it is, purchase expense, freight expense, and of course, we're going to choose to pay later. Okay, so this was invoice number 202. Okay, and they still give us the same discount here, 1%, 15, net 30, so the same terms. Oh, 15, no, it's actually 1%, 10. Yeah, 1%, 10, net 30. Okay, so here we received 100 ceramic coffee mugs at $2.51, which gave me a grand total of $251, plus $100 of freight gave me a grand total let's do that again, of $351. Okay. So now that I have this here, I'm going to update my ledger accounts. Okay, starting with our expenses. So we have freight expenses. I'm already here. I can just go ahead and add that in there. Shipment of 100 coffee mugs for $100, which gave me a grand total of $500. Okay. We also need to update our purchase expense account. Here we are. We received our 100 coffee mugs for a total of $251. So that gave me a grand total of $1,092.20. Okay. So now that we recorded those two, I have a liability that I need to update as well. Okay? Because I am taking advantage of their terms and choosing to pay later for invoice number 202. For another $351. So that will give you a grand total of $7,191.55. Okay. Well, we have to update our subsidiary ledger because now we owe all things ceramics more money. So I'm going to insert a row here. Okay. So that's 27. Okay, we received 100 coffee mugs with invoice number 202, General Journal 17, with the net 10 or net 30 discount at 10. So that means in 10 days is going to be July 7. Okay, in 30 days is going to be July 27. Okay, for a grand total of $351. Okay. All right. So now that we have the ledger, the subledger done, we can go ahead and enter in our information into our inventory worksheet. So in this case, June 27, we purchased 100 coffee mugs at $2.51, giving me a grand total of $251 plus 100 gives me a total of $351, which again, as you can see, Excel is acknowledging a pattern and it already solved for me saying it is $3.51 per cup. Okay. All right, so now that I retrieved my coffee mugs, let's see what else is there. In this case, right, Albert begins to submit another order for the corner bookstore. Okay, so the corner bookstore wants 21 pounds of regular coffee, 20 pounds of Supreme coffee, and 8 ceramic coffee mugs. Okay, for a grand total of $218.81. So, since we're not delivering it until June 29, right, that is something I'm going to be putting into my sales orders. Okay, so let me see. We have the date today is the 27th for sales order 109. What customer? We said the corner bookstore. Okay, what did they buy from us? They wanted to buy 21 pounds of the regular coffee, 20 pounds of the Supreme coffee, and 8 coffee mugs. Okay, so let's calculate these amounts here. Okay, so that means in grand total, the invoice is going to be for $218.81. Okay, so we submitted the sales order for the corner bookstore. Now it says right here that we purchased from Wholesale Food Store. All right, it's time for us to make another purchase of sugar and non-dairy creamer. And we use our business credit card to pay for this purchase. So let's see our journal. In this case, it's been a long time since we bought sugar and creamer. So there's for surely not enough space right here for in this journal. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my line here, because this is definitely enough room for a journal transaction, but not enough for this one. Okay. So I need to start on my new page 18 for this transaction. So what did we buy? We bought sugar, we bought creamer, and we placed it on our Visa credit card. Okay. So let's take a look at our supplies. So chart of accounts for sugar and creamer. Okay, sugar is 17,770 or 11,770, and then we have our creamer for 11,775. Okay. And of course, our credit card is 22,000. So let's see, how much did we spend on sugar? For $21.60, and we purchased the coffee creamer for $244.95, right? No tax because it's food. Okay, so in this case, boom, we charge a total of $266.55 to our Visa credit card. Okay, and of course, what I'm gonna say here is, we purchased this from Wholesale Food Store. Okay. Sales receipt number 6155784. Okay. So I need to update my ledger because I end up buying more sugar and creamer. Okay. We need to go to our assets. Here we go, sugar. We purchased the same 60 pounds of sugar, okay, for 36 cents each, which charged us $21.60. So we should have a grand total of $64.80 worth of sugar, okay? Right? We end up buying another 15 cases of a 12-pack coffee creamer, okay? Which cost me $244.95. Okay, $244.95. So that gave me a grand total of $538.89 worth of creamer. And of course, we end up charging on our Visa credit card. So that means we racked up for purchasing sugar and creamer. We end up charging another $266.55, which gave us a grand total of $1795.02 charges on our credit card. Okay. And of course, we need to make a note in our subsidiary ledger in case for any reason we need to make a return on the sugar. Okay, so here we are, Wholesale Food Store. It is 627. We have the same information as before, but the invoice is going to be, or the sales receipt number is 6155784. 6155784. Okay. And we have, I'm missing a number, hold on. 6655 or 6155. 615574. Okay. And it is journal 17. Oh, we're actually on the new one. Journal page 18. Okay? For a total of the $266.55. And of course, we paid it with our credit card, so therefore we don't owe any money to wholesale food store, right? Because we charge on a credit card, so therefore we owe the credit card company than the actual store itself. Okay? All right, so let's see what's next. We end up putting in another purchase order for $317 to Atlas Coffee for another 125 pounds of coffee, okay, giving us a grand total of $385. So I actually have to put this in my purchase order, okay, right here for purchase order number 317. Okay. Today is the 27th. Who did we make the purchase order to? Atlas Coffee Importers. And we ordered more coffee. Okay. Okay. Except my regular coffee is now at $1.42 and my Supreme coffee is at $1.66. So therefore, let's do our calculations here just to ensure this is correct. For $385. Okay. Then it says we made a payment to Atlas Coffee Importers for invoice number 315. Oh, we finally made a payment to Atlas Coffee Importers. Okay. Invoice number 315. Okay. So in this case, right, we made a payment. Right? So therefore, right, we received our bill earlier for invoice number 315. So therefore, we are reducing our accounts payable, right? Now, how do we pay it off? We're obviously going to be writing a check. So therefore, checking is what's going to be the account that we're writing off. So in this case, account payable is $20,000, and we're writing a check for the invoice 315. Now, how much do I know that I owe? I'm going to have to go to my subsidiary ledger to go ahead and find out that detail. So here we are in vendors, Atlas Coffee. We're paying for this invoice right here. So let me highlight this real quick. Okay, just so we can focus on just this invoice right here. Okay. So in this case, this invoice right here, we're making a payment for invoice number 315, right? We received the bill on the 12th, okay? We were given terms of a 1% discount if we paid within 15 days. If not, the bill is due in 30. So in this case, we made the discount period because today is the 27th. So therefore, we need to calculate how much that 1% is going to be. Okay? Now in this case, let's take a look here. Right? We charged a total of $362.50. Okay? So let's go actually take a look at that purchase order that we made for this 315. Okay? Just so that we can verify how much the discount is going to be. Now, purchase orders. should be, we bought regular coffee and Supreme coffee. Here we are, purchase order, and we have the invoice number 315. In this case, right, I have a total of 168.75 and 193.75, giving me a grand total of 363 or 362.50, which is exactly what I actually owe Atlas Coffee. So that means I can go ahead and take a discount directly off of my off of this price here, because there's no extra charges, right? There wasn't freight, right? If you remember, freight was a separate charge, which I've already paid for because it was COD, right? Cash on delivery. So in this case, I can take my 1% off of this entire amount right here for the $362.50. However, this is perpetual inventory. What happens when I receive a discount for perpetual inventory? That means I have to separate each one, because discounts, returns, and allowances, they all go into inventory. So in this case, for this batch of inventory, I didn't purchase them at full price, but I originally recorded them at full price. So therefore, I'm taking a discount off of these items. So that means, where do I take the discount out from? If perpetual inventory, right? We understand that every time we journalize that we received our inventory, everything goes straight to inventory, including the shipping cost goes straight to inventory. So in this case, discounts are going to be taken directly out from inventory. So that means I need to list out my regular coffee account and my Supreme coffee account. And since I'm discounting them, it's going to take that value out from the amount that I actually owe, because I'm getting a discount, right? So in this case, I actually have to calculate it. If my 1% discount, okay, is off of this $168.75, that gives me $1.68. And then my 1% discount for this is going to be $193.7. Now in this case, we're going to round up, okay, because we have a total of $103.62. So therefore, I get to take a discount for $3.62. Okay, so in this case, so I have 68.75, so I can make this 169, and I can take a discount here. This one could stay, let me see. That one can stay, this is $362.50, so that will make it $363 actually for my discount, right? Because 1% of my $362 is going to give me $363. So in this case, I can round this up to $194. So there you go. You got a grand total of $3.63, and those are my numbers that I'm looking for, is $1.69 and $1.94. Okay. So that's my 1% discount. So therefore, let's go ahead and record my payment. Okay. Because if, let's see, I owe $362.50, and I take a discount for $3.63, then how much do I need to make a payment for to equal up this amount? Well, I can just do my calculations here, right? 362 $62.50, okay, minus this $3.63, and that will give me a grand total of $358.87. Okay, so that's my total amount that I'm going to be writing my check out for is for 358 cents or $358.87. Okay, because I'm not paying for the full thing. I'm paying at a discounted price. Okay? All right. So in this case, right, I need to also deduct these from my inventory account. So I need to take a discount off of my regular coffee for $1.69 and take out a discount for my Supreme coffee for $1.94. Okay. All right, so for my regular coffee was $1.69, while my Supreme coffee was $1.94. The grand total amount that I'm supposed to pay was $358.87. Does that equal my total amount that I'm supposed to have owed, which was the $362.50. $362.50. Awesome. So there it is. Okay. And because I'm going to be writing a check, I got to go to my check register. Okay. For check number 1528 for $358.87. Okay. Who did I make a payment to? Atlas Coffee. Okay. For payment for coffee. Okay. So in this case, 1528 is your check. So I have everything that I need. Okay. I'm making a payment to Atlas Coffee Importers. Okay. With the invoice, making a payment for invoice number 315. Okay. I applied, or actually not applied, received 1% discount, right? And I wrote a check number 1528. Okay. So now I need to update my ledger, right, to adjust my inventory accordingly because I took a discount off of the items. Okay, so here I need accounts payable since I made a payment to reduce my liabilities. Okay, so that was invoice number, oh, actually I had to go ahead and write payment. Invoice number 315 with a check 1528. We're on General Journal 18, and I paid off $362.50. Oops, wrong side. It's supposed to be a debit. $362.50. Okay, so that's going to reduce my liabilities. Okay, it's going to reduce it down to $6,829.05. Okay. I end up writing a check, so therefore I need to decrease my checking account because I wrote a check out for $15.28. Okay, for a total of $358.87. So that will definitely decrease your checking account by $3,220.97. So now that I have that, I need to adjust my inventory because I end up paying and receiving a discount. So here's my regular coffee, okay? And we are going to, right, receive discount 1%, okay, on invoice number 315, okay? General Journal 18, and that discount is going to subtract $1.69 from my inventory, so that should give me a grand total of $222.50. Okay? And we need to update my Supreme Coffee too. Okay? Receive discount 1% on invoice number 315, okay, which gave me discount for $1.94. Okay? So that should drop your value down to $337.91. Okay? So there you go. I finished my journal, finished my ledger. I need to finish updating my subsidiary ledger as well because in this case, right, I made a payment. So here you go, payment, okay? Check number 1528, received 1%. Oh no, I erased the whole thing. Payment. Check number 1528, received 1% discount. Okay. And this was invoice number 315 for General Journal 18. No discount or due dates here because I'm making a payment, which we recorded the discount to be a total of $3.63 and a total payment of $358.87, which again, we paid off the invoice 315, which cost me, which they charged me, they billed me for $362.50, and there it is. It took it off. Okay, so now I owe only $1,863.75. Okay. Now it's up to you how you want to do this. If you want to highlight saying that this is a payment that I've already paid, right? Any way that you want to color code your Excel spreadsheet to make sure that you made a payment for something, right? I'm just gonna leave this highlighted here to say that this invoice was paid for. Right? And now I need to actually update my inventory. Okay? Starting with the very first one, your regular coffee. Now in this case, regular coffee, I didn't care which batch came first or which batch came last. For all we know, right, we could be taking all of our new batches, just shoving it into our inventory, and we're slowly just selling our new batches of inventory, right? We don't know because at this end of the day, we combined our batches into one and we calculated an average cost. So in this case, it doesn't even matter where we take the discount out from. Now, you didn't sell it, okay? So in this case, it's going to be towards the purchase, right? So this is where I'm just going to go ahead and make a note here that I'm going to just discount a total of $1.69. Okay? And in this case, it's pretty self-explanatory. right? You're not going to be, when you take a discount, you're not losing any inventory. So in this case, right, that means the number of pounds I'm going to have is still 136, but I'm going to be discounting my inventory by $1.69. So therefore, I should have 222.50, and that's going to change my average cost per item because I took some money off of the original total cost. So in this case, it dropped back down to 63 cents. Right? All right. So that's that one there, and we adjusted my inventory accordingly. Now, what about my Supreme coffee? In this case, my batch of inventory for the invoice number 315 was my very first batch of coffees. So in this case, I've already sold my coffee. How do I adjust my coffee if I've already sold it? In this case, you're just going to apply your discount to the FIFO, right? In this case, which one is the least recent one? That's going to be the one that you're going to discount off from. You're going to take the discount off of the first batch that you purchase. In this case, I already got rid of 4 batches of inventory so far. So now that means I need to get rid of, or I need to take the discount off of the 5th batch of inventory because the discount applies if you don't have that inventory remaining in your inventory worksheet. Then you're just going to apply the discount as if you are using the FIFO rule. So in this case, my 56 batch right here is going to be, I'm going to be taking that $1.94 discount off of this amount here. Okay? So that means I actually have to adjust my cost per item because I end up taking a discount. So here, I'm just going to go ahead and make a note here that the discount was going to, it's obviously going to affect nothing, right? It's not going to, it's going to keep my inventory. However, it's going to subtract $1.94. Now, which batch of inventory am I going to be referring to? It's going to be the latest one, or the previous one. So in this case, this batch right here. So that means I need to adjust the 56 will stay, but I need to adjust this because it's no longer 103.60 anymore. 103.60 minus $1.94. It's going to now become 101.66. Okay? Now that I adjusted this, because that is what my total cost is, I still have to also make an adjustment to this cost per item as well. But because I have to be very careful because of the idea that I sell reference, anything that I have sell referenced here for that $1.85, I do not want to change it, right? Because if I do change it, then I have to recalculate everything and go back into my journal and also fix all of those too. So in this case, what I'm going to do is on the side of this, right, I'm going to make a note, okay? I'm going to highlight this so then we know that this is not going to be used, okay? Instead, we're going to go ahead and go right next to the inventory worksheet because we know that we have a total cost of $101.66. Okay, So in this case, 101.66. And we're going to go ahead and divide that by my 56 to get my new cost per item, which is going to be $1.8153. And that's the number I'm going to be using here on out to clear out this batch of inventory. Okay, so that's something I need to keep a note in. So I'm going to highlight this as well, so I know that my new average, my new cost per item is actually $1.8153, right? So that is something that I have to keep in mind. Right? So that means I've overwritten this one, right? Because I subtracted that $1.94. So now I have a new average cost, a new cost per item for $1.81, which is going to give me a total of $101.66. Now, does this actually match my inventory, right? Am I still at $337.91? Yes. Right here in my ledger, it should be $337.91 as my account balance in my inventory. Okay? And that's what I have to do when I have to deal with perpetual inventory and I receive a discount. Okay? Because it's moving, it's perpetual, right? You're constantly changing the information there. If you do end up making a discount, you're just going to apply the costing method to that discount and be able to apply it to those invoices. Now, if the regular coffee was LIFO, then yes, you can go ahead and adjust that actual first batch of inventory that you have purchased. Okay. All right. Okay. Last but not least, for the day of the 27th, I have to record my daily sales. Okay? So page 18 has definitely plenty of space for you to record your daily transactions, your daily sales. So let me find it. Here it is right here. So I'm going to copy all of this and I'm going to paste it into my journal here on page 18 for the in-store sales on the 27th of June. So in this case, right, I'm going to plug in my formula so I can test if my debits equal my total credits here. Okay. So let's take a look at my sales for the medium regular coffee. We sold 238 cups for a grand total of $473.62. Okay. And then we sold a total of 199 cups of the large regular coffee for $595.01. Okay, you got to be careful there. We also sold the medium supreme coffee, 240 cups at $597.60. And then we sold our large supreme cups, 200 of them for $698 even. And we sold 7 ceramic coffee mugs for $48.93. And we end up charging tax $199.08. So in this case, you should have a grand total of $26,1224. So in this case, my journal matches my scenario. So that means no typos were made. My debits equal my credits. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is make a deposit into my bank account because today is the 27 for 26/12/24. Okay, for June 27th. This was my deposit for my 12th deposit for that same amount. Okay, so that means that's surely going to reflect in my checking account. So now that I finished my journal, I'm going to update my ledgers. Okay, starting with my checking account here. Okay, I have some in-store sales. Okay, for 26/12/27. Oh wait, 24. Okay, so 26/12/24. Okay. Which should increase my checking account by $5,833.16. Okay, I need to go ahead and update my sales now. Okay, because I end up selling my medium regular cups. I end up selling 238 cups. Okay. For a grand total of $473.62, which will increase my account balance to $3,798.91. Okay. Then for my large regular coffee, I end up selling 199 cups. For a grand total of $595.01, which will increase my account by a total of $4,664.40. Okay. Next, we have here is my medium supreme. I believe I sold 240 cups. Okay. Okay, which cost me a total of $597.60. Okay. And that's going to bring my account balance to $4,828.11. Okay. So next, I sold 200 of the large Supreme coffee cups. For a total of $698 even, which brought your account balance to $5,353.66. Okay. Last thing that I sold was the ceramic coffee mugs. All right, how many cups did I sell? I sold a total of 7 ceramic coffee mugs. Right, General Journal 18. And that gave me a total of $48.93. Okay. And of course, that gave me an account balance of $1,508.35. Okay. Last but not least, I have to also collect my sales tax here. Okay, collect the sales tax for the government. So here you go, in-store sales. For a total of $199.08. Okay, and that should give me a grand total of $1436.77 I've collected so far for the government. Okay. All right. Last but not least, I gotta update the inventory, right? So in this case, I used up 40 pounds of the regular coffee and 40 pounds of the Supreme coffee. So definitely significantly less sales today. Okay, I only used 40 pounds of each coffee. So let's go ahead and calculate what those costs are in our inventory worksheet. Okay. Starting with the regular coffee. Okay. We used 40 pounds at $1.6360. Okay. So that's going to give me a total cost of goods sold to be a total of $65.44. So we can now update our inventory because 136, right? We end up using 40 pounds. So I should have a total of 96 pounds left. Okay. And since I used $65.44 worth of regular coffee, that has now also decreased my account to $157.06. So now I need to calculate my average cost, which in this case has increased by almost 10,000th of a penny. Okay. All right. So I end up using $65.44 worth of regular coffee. Okay. But for my Supreme coffee, let's see, I end up using also 40 pounds. But this time, let's take a look at what batch of inventory I'm going to be using. In this case, I have 56 pounds left. It is not going to be at $1.85 because we took the discount, right? So we're looking into using this number here because this is the new calculated cost per item. Okay, so it's going to be that $1.8815. Okay, and this is going to give me a total cost of goods to be $72.61. Okay, so in this case, $72.61 is what I need to subtract here. $101.66 subtract $72.61, right? Okay, is going to get me a total of $29.05. And of course, what is 56 minus 40? You only have 16 pounds left, right? So in this case, I'm just going to double confirm if this is true, right? $29.05, okay? Awesome. So that's going to, again, drop your account balance to a total of $265.30. Okay. Awesome. So my cost of goods sold for my Supreme coffee was $72.61. And then our regular coffee was for a total of $65.44. $65.44. Okay. So now let's go ahead and finish off our ledger to go ahead and complete this transaction and match our inventory worksheet. Starting with the cost of goods sold, right? We have here that we used 40 pounds of my regular coffee, which cost me $65.44. So that should increase my cost of goods sold for the regular coffee to be a total of $1,061 even. Okay. And now I also have to update my Supreme coffee because I too also end up used 40 pounds for a total of $72.61. So that should increase your value by $1,116.26. So let me go ahead and update my inventory. So that's my checking account. So my inventory. Okay, here's my regular coffee. I end up using 40 pounds for a total cost of $65.44. So that should drop your value down to $157.06. Okay, is that true? $157.06 is true. Okay. And last but not least, my Supreme coffee. We used 40 pounds. Okay. Which ended up costing me $72.61. So that should have dropped your account down to an even $265.30. Is that true? Yep, $265.30 is indeed true. Okay. So I am going to stop here just because we should be stopping here. So That means we'll continue on with Coffee Cafe on the last day of week 4, okay, which is June 28th.